After making over 10K a month in my barber business and reaching 100K six-figure run rate over multiple months, I want to share insight on what's helped me get here so you can get there in not just barbering but your business and do it in a way that's going to be, of course, determined on your work ethic, but can essentially 2x, 3x your timeline to what other people think is the normal way. So, what I've learned during this time is that business is really just character development and personal self improvement disguised as making money. So, a lot of the problems that we face in our business is really not just like what's going on in the business itself, but it's our person and our character, like they always say, bleeding into the business. A lot of business owners want to say that it's a personal problem that you have, not a business problem. And this is very true. And I found that when I solved the issue of those personal problems of staying consistent, eating right, getting enough sleep, cutting out vices and all distractions, and just locking all the way in, it's like I was in light speed, locking in on God as well too, and fortifying my spirit so that way I would have a moral compass on which way I could go, not go, and it would basically give me guardrails and bumpers as to where to stay in line with and move around. So that way you have good bearings and you don't do anything that isn't favorable to God or your business, essentially. And if you listen to that framework, you can't go wrong. So why do I feel like that I can provide value to this space? I feel like that because it's a lot of business owners that are on here teaching good information, but they teach it from the perspective of self-improvement, as they teach the how and not the what. So the how is the second level. The how is, let's say the framework is how to be successful. The how is build a business, get a good physique, cut out distractions, stay consistent. That's the how. The how are the things that's gonna get you to be successful, to be like overall where you want to be. But the what is a layer deeper. The what is you making yourself into a person that's able to stay consistent, into a person that's building a fit physique, into a person that is thinking in a way that's going to have you not rely on hand holding a certain business owner or mentor, and being able to think strategically for yourself and refine and reiterate. And I know this is not, maybe not, it might be the most clear, so I'm going to put it in plain information. So basically what I'm saying is, they tell you all the time you need to just be confident, for example. But what are those things that's going to make you be confident? That is competence, is doing something over and over and over until you've proven to yourself that you kind of know the outcome that's very likely to happen. And this comes from doing something consistently, but where does the consistency come from in the first place? So in order first to build our life that we want, the first thing we need is to build a foundation upon everything upon which it's built. And what this foundation will be on, what I've done for myself, is fitness. From fitness, everything else has been able to stem and blossom out from that foundation, from that root. And this is how. So fitness, what it does is it builds the consistency muscle that's going to be able to be transferable and bleed into every other part of your life. If you want to start a business, if you want to start, and I'm going to put it in my example of me as a barber. If I want to grow my barbering business to where I am right now, let's say looking back, I'm me 3 months ago before I reached 10K when I was at 5K a month. I need to post every single day. I need to cut good heads every single day, because not only do I have to post to get them, but when I do get them in my chair, now I have to deliver. So I have to make sure that I'm on point for all of that. And then it's the part of standing on your feet. It's the part of being in the right condition to take the grind, to be able to take the hustle, to be able to wake up early, to be able to hit the gym on top of all of that. And so basically, the fitness is what builds your consistency, because once you can prove to yourself that you can go to the gym and do it even when you don't feel like it, because there's gonna be days where you don't feel like going to the gym. There's gonna be days where the workouts feel like you're dying and for some reason you're just weak this workout. But as long as you continue to do it and push through, business won't be so hard, because it'll be like, you know what? When it was hurting in the weight room, in the gym, I pushed through. All this is just a little bit of discomfort. It's not even no physical pain. More than likely, it's some mental thing that you're dealing with. And so that foundation of fitness will cause you to remind yourself, this doesn't even hurt that bad. And if I've done that all the time, I can do this. And so another aspect of fitness is that when you look good, you feel good. You are more respected by men. You are adored by women. You believe in yourself. You can look in the mirror and actually believe that you're who you think you are. And you see yourself changing. It's visual. Humans are visual creatures. And it's not many industries where looking good and looking attractive is going to be, well, it's not going to be useful. It's not going to be many industries where it's not useful. And I say that to say I don't think it's any industry where it's not useful, unless it's just something that they want you to be unattractive for. Maybe a role in a movie. But I'm sure there's a lot more roles where they want you to be attractive rather than unattractive. But anyways, I would say this builds automatic, immediate trust from clients. Man, I hit over 70 plus clients in a month. I had 350 followers on Instagram. I had maybe 2,000 max on TikTok, if that. And like 2,000, 3,000 views max. A couple of videos that went over 10,000 or 40,000. But that was very slim. That was like one or two videos. Most were like 2K max. And this is basically no numbers for my business. But I have such weight and such authority due to what I've done on the front end before the business, due to all those extra things, due to working out, due to eating right, due to sleeping right. People can look at me and tell, fresh cut, lined up, being the product. They see the discipline. They see that, okay, if he's done this for himself, I can imagine what he'll do for me when I sit in his chair. And this is transferable to any industry. If you can show up and do that for yourself now and be a representation of you, of your business and whatever, this is the easiest way to build trust and credibility. Everybody else has to work so hard because they didn't do the work on the front end. They do it on the back end. So they have to think of techniques and psychology, but if you just put in the work, bro, basically all life is, bro, attractive people win. They beat the game. And I'm not saying that it's all vain and it's all looks, but I'm saying that if you can kind of just looks max your way through to success, so be it, bro. And it's so much more layers to this though, rather than just a visual thing. But it's just a mindset as well, because like I said, it will teach you to persevere, and this is going to bleed into every area of your life. And it's going to make you more cognitively sharper, which is basically saying that it's going to make your mind wittier, it's quick. You're going to be tuned in with God, so you're going to get downloads and you're going to get revelations as to what the next step is. You won't even know why you got it or where you got it from. You'll just be like, I think I should do this. And walking by faith, not by sight, you'll look at it and you're like, wow, this is the perfectly aligned thing that I was looking for. And I'm just talking like on a shallow surface level of all of the mindset and framework stuff that's helped me blitz in 90 days. But basically, a lot of it is just front loading your work. For example, you got to have a lot of integrity in order to win in business fast. When I first got to my apartment, I'm on the 3rd floor, and if I had to park a little bit of ways out, I come up to the stairs, but it's 3 rows of stairs. It's 1 row, 2 row, and 3. And my apartment door is on the 3rd back row. And if my parking lot, if I'm a little further away, I'm over here and I got to get over here. But when I come up to the first set of stairs, I would tell myself, I'm like, I got to do the hard thing first. So I walk up the stairs immediately as soon as I get them, rather than pushing it off to the last row and then walking up. So I teach myself every day in daily life to do the hard thing first and get used to that. Then life will be easy. Because if everything hard is easy, imagine what the easy things are. A breeze, nothing. So it's different ways that you must live your life mentally in order to prepare yourself for levels of success. And it's the little things, it's the little changes that you do. But this is just a sneak peek of the mindset, the psychology, the systems that I have that I want to start teaching you guys, that's helped me grow my business. Because I feel like all this wisdom that I have and I've gained from growing it, I would be doing a disservice to everybody if I didn't share this to help you speed up your process and put that puzzle piece together and make it click for you like it did for me. Because I know I was willing and ready and ambitious, but it's just a few things that I was missing, and a few like questions that I was hesitant about taking action because of. So if you guys like a little bit of what I broken down here, I would like y'all to stay tuned with me as I do a deeper dive on my channel, because I'm going to be building this around this, what I said, helping you hit your goals, helping you hit 10K a month in your industry, using your strengths, using your skills, and maximizing yourself, your character, your aura. And if that sounds like something that you want to join me on in this journey, hit that subscribe button, man. Many more videos to come. Try to post multiple times a week. If you made it to the end of this video, you definitely are going to make 10K a month eventually. As long as you put in that work. I will see you in the next video. We gone. Let's get it.